Linktree. Think about it, and feel what you imagine you would feel in a completely immersive, hyper-realistic sensory environment. And in this environment, or this virtual world, you interact with others. Now, if you were to see a passerby, and you wish to spark up a conversation, or network with them, then you must begin from base 0. Hello, my name is so-and-so. I'm from X, my job is Y, and I'm passionate about Z. One might spend an entire lifetime uncovering the most efficient ways of conversing harmoniously with others. However, if we have the technological capability of developing a hyper-realistic, immersive virtual world, then don't you think we will apply it to the development of unique metaverses? Now, I make this a clear distinction from the commonly phrased metaverse, where meta is Greek for beyond. Mesa, in this case, is the antonym meaning inside. My intention, however, transcends these names, so getting back to the core concept, what is the form of this personal metaverse, or metaverse, that we have right now? Well, personally and professionally, we have websites. And more specifically, we have websites like Linktree. It's the newer form of a website, given that it's one's technological home, full of 2D information and doorways to other worlds in the form of hyperlinks and URLs that take viewers to social media pages, to websites, other link trees, etc. So what does this look like in the metaverse, where you see someone and you want to be shown information that is unique about them, where the control is up to the users themselves? Well, I'm not claiming to know whether a centralized force is going to provide this capability, but I know for sure that the spiritual Tao is building towards and passionate about a goal adjacent to this. So first, let's state the problem. Right now, you can create a link tree under the name of any person and provide links to anything. In the metaverse, one will likely be able to display themselves as any character avatar. Now, I'm open to allowing users to freely be able to choose to look like Justin Bieber, for example, in the metaverse and have a link tree centered around that persona. This leaves the due diligence to confirm true identities onto those that actually care enough to do so. However, let's say in another example, someone claims to be a spiritual guru of sorts. They share messages and garner an audience. This audience should have the ability to take these messages beyond face value. Anyone should be able to know that these gurus do more than just talk the talk. They actually put their preached principles into practice, or are humble enough to objectively understand their strengths and weaknesses. So how could this be done at scale? Well, without getting deep into the technical explanation, one route would be similar to proof of attendance protocols, or what is commonly known as POAPs. These could be thought of as badges that one gets for completing tasks. Now, with POAPs, I can brag and boast all I want about a certain event, but if I do not have a verifiable POAP backing up my statements, then people are going to see right through me, and that's useful. So we would have to offer POAPs. But what is the criteria that we would objectively measure from? Well, ultimately, that is up for the spiritual Tao community to decide. But my suggested proposal is basing it around the Vedic chakra system. I'll show graphics on the side, but the gist is that each being has 7 core chakras, or wheels in Sanskrit, that require sufficient energy flowing through them to spin. With this, each of the 7 chakras has a unique theme. An example is the root, where you are grounded with the earth, and the crown, where you're symbolic of your interconnectedness with all. So, getting back to our spiritual guru example, if your message is centered around standing up for yourself in times of doubt, and speaking your truth even when the going gets tough, and other throat chakra related takeaways, then viewers should be able to verify that after this guru is done preaching, they don't go home and live a cowardly life that is contradicting their message. Doing so transmutes the spiritual practice from passive to active. But how is this actually done? Well, again, it's up to those that dare to share their ideas. But my thought is that we have a hub of sorts. Here, you can think of it as a building with 7 floors. Each floor is associated with a particular chakra. Let's start basic and say you come in and you wish to work on your root chakra. You go to the first floor and load up a natural world that is open for you to walk around, ground yourself in, and enjoy. Now, let's say up at the 5th floor, people are working on their throat chakras. In my opinion, the goal of the games, or each chakra's unique virtual world, would have to be to immerse the user sufficiently enough to where they are not focused on trying to game the system. So with this, we have to make it so that the pass-fail opportunity is unexpected, and when it arises, it garners one's subconscious thoughts, feelings, and actions up to the surface. So let's say for this throat chakra game is a basketball game where the user would expect the communication-centered metrics to be based around their in-game teamwork, level-headedness, and play calls. However, after the basketball game, the team goes out to get food and a rowdy fan starts hating on your teammate. The actual pass-fail of the whole experience could boil down to the user's willingness to stand up for their teammate and speak their truth. So in summary, if this desired action is done, then the user earns a spiritual Dao Poap, which is ultimately used to act as some sort of moral or ethical standard. This would be useful at both the individual and the community levels. For those that want to evolve their spiritual selves or utilize this impressive technology to progress their human spirit, or other communities, DAOs, or organizations that only wish to onboard members that are verifiably well-rounded. I'll leave my speculation at that and conclude by saying that hardware and software technology is rapidly improving to the point where these metaverses are becoming more and more of a path that a chunk of the human population will begin to participate in. We, as a spiritual community, or simply put, those that value the human spirit over material goods, have a role to play in both sides of the spectrum. We have those choosing to remain true to our natural bodies in this planetary world with the refusal of technological innovation, and then we have those that dive right on in. Both sides have pros and cons, and my purpose with this message is to be proactive in our approach to using this incoming technology in ways that align with meaningful, community-instilled goals. And one goal could be actively progressing ourselves spiritually and having the capability to showcase the results of our efforts to those that care. That is all for now. If you vibe with this, then let's crystallize this vision into reality through immediate action. The Discord server is a good first place to start. Thank you, thank you, thank you.